Hello, my name is Gary Wing. I'm one of the HR practitioner. I have a very good experience about HR and ethics and compliance. Now, I would like to talk about, I would like to share with you regarding a topic called whistleblowing. So for me, whistleblowing is one of the best practice that we should have in any organization. But for those who do not have very good knowledge about what is whistleblowing, this presentation will be helpful. So I would like to share a few areas regarding about the whistleblowing. So the first thing that I will explain is what is whistleblowing? So what is the meaning of whistleblowing? And who is whistleblower? So after you understand what is the meaning of whistleblowing and who are the whistleblower, I will also share with you what are the right and protection for employees if they raise any concern through whistleblowing channel. And also, what are the purposes of whistleblowing? That will be the second last points. And also, I will also talk about what are the do's and don'ts and what will be the procedures of whistleblowing. So the first question that I would like to share with you is, what is whistleblowing? I mean, what does it mean? So in any organization, I mean, you may heard about this word, whistleblowing, but you may not have idea what is it all about. So whistleblowing is about providing information regarding any potential illegal and or ethical practices. So if you notice some inappropriate or illegal or unethical practices happened in your organization, so you have to raise the concern. So this is about impropriety happen in your organization, in your company. Let me give you some example. There are some violations of laws, violations of rules and regulations, or fraud cases, or health and safety violations, even worse, corruptions. So these are the area which that are not very good for our organization. And if you notice something about that, and then we need to raise our concern, and it is called whistleblowing. So the second question is, who is whistleblower? So very obvious, the one who do whistleblowing is a whistleblower. So whistleblower is someone who may be the former employees or existing employee who raise his or her voice or concern against unethical activities being carried out within the organization, within the company. So you notice something which are not right, and it may impact the image and reputation. Then you report it. You report about it, and you will be considered as whistleblower. So that is the meaning of whistleblower. And if you raise any concern, what will be the right and what will be the protection as an employee? So employees are the first to know when something is wrong or something is going wrong in our organization. So every employee has unfettered right. I mean, not to punish them because of the report that he or she raised, which is very genuine and very true complaint, and are not restricted in exercise of such right. So these are the right and the protection for employees. If you raise any concern genuinely, sincerely, and then you will have a right to be protected, or sometimes even kept confidential. So what other purpose of whistleblower? So there are three main purposes. The first purpose is to encourage our employees to feel confident about it, about raising concerns, and to questions and act upon such concerns. So the first purpose is very clear. We need to encourage our employees. If they notice such kind of activities, they must feel confident to report about it. The second purpose is to provide an outlet for employees to raise their concerns and acquire feedback on any action taken as a result. So they need to have an outlet. So we have to provide it. So provision is a second purpose. The third purpose is to reassure. So we need to reassure our employee that they will be protected from possible reprisals or any victimization, provided that they raise their concerns in good faith and reasonably believe them to be true. So they should be protected, and we need to reassure that. So encouraging, providing, reassuring, these are the three main purposes of whistleblowing. And I also want to share some do's and don'ts about whistleblowing. Whistleblowers should have proper information. That is very important. When you want to report something, you should provide the proper informations so that it can be taken action accordingly. And also, it should have strong evidence records and should take full responsibility on what you raised. So these are some things that we should do. And there are some points that we should avoid. Whistleblowing should not be some rumors, personal feeling, or providing wrong information, or hiding the truth, or falsifying document. So these are the things that we should avoid. So let me share what will be the procedures to raise a concern for whistleblowing. So how to raise a concern? So in our organization, we should have a dedicated hotline or an email, so that if we have anything to raise, if we want to raise a concern, whistleblowing can reach by calling those numbers or sending emails to those email address. For all employees' concerns, for all employees' awareness, we should place whistleblowing notice in every area, in every office, in both languages, Myanmar, which is a local language, and English, so that everyone will know how to report if they have any feedback regarding improper behaviors, bribery, any type of corrections, and misbehaviors of anyone at any positions. So it's very important to identify who will be the key contact person and what will be his or her position and contact number. So these are the first step that we should do before talking about any procedures. So there are a few steps that we can do and we can consider in drafting policy or procedures. The first step is accepting concern. How are we going to accept the concern from our employees, and how are we going to register them? So accepting the cases and registering the cases will be the first step we should consider as the first step. Second step is getting evidence or supporting documents and screening about it. So these are the second step that we can consider. So once you open the case and have a proper or enough informations or evidence, we can start look into investigation. So we need to write a mandate. How are we going to investigate? Who will be responsible for what and all these things. So based on that mandate, we should start investigation. So the third step should be consider to investigate. So once investigation is completed, it should come out, it should result with investigation report. So as a fourth step, we need to discuss with respective higher management level confidentially based on the investigation report. And we need to take action properly. So some of the organizations, they may have a risk management board or any board who will be responsible for such kind of cases. Then we need to report to them quarterly, exclusive of confidential information. So these are the a few things that we should know about whistleblowing. So I have shared with you what is the meaning of whistleblowing, who is whistleblower, who can be considered as a whistleblower, what are the rights and the protection for employees, and what are the purpose of having whistleblowing, and what are the do's and don'ts, what are the procedures. So I hope you have some ideas if you don't know yet, and I will be happy. Thank you very much.